I'm in the garden and we planted a bunch of milkweed, and here is a monarch butterfly that's finding the milkweed and laying eggs under the leaves. So milkweed is like the only kind of plant that the baby caterpillars, when they hatch out of the egg, can eat. They'll eat all those leaves right there. That's their food. So this mama monarch is doing a job here. Where is she? There. Oh, wow, she's really close to me. This is exciting. So this means they'll be eating up leaves, and we'll get to watch these little caterpillars hatch. I'll come back a lot and try to take videos, and you guys can watch the caterpillars coming out and hopefully forming a chrysalis and then hatching into new monarchs. This monarch gets to drink the nectar out of the flower too. Aren't those pretty markings? This kind of milkweed is called tropical milkweed. It grows really well in San Diego, but you do have to cut it back in the winter so that monarchs don't get confused with their migration and their life cycle. There's also this California narrowleaf milkweed. This is native, but the monarchs don't like it quite as well. And I just planted it yesterday and it needs some water. Our sprinklers broke. So there we go. Gonna work on this garden. Our baby birds are growing. All their little yellow beaks are showing. It's hard to see here, but they're so cute. And what else is going on in the garden? Our sunflowers are getting really big. Look at that. This one opened up. It's so pretty. This one's huge and gorgeous. They love the sun. We have kale growing. And we planted a bunch of pumpkin seeds that are going to come up. We have little baby sunflowers here that are going to come up. Over here we planted a bunch of watermelon, and we had to make a band-aid for our sprinklers and got those fixed, so that's good. Here we have our peppers, and we have cages over them to keep any bunnies or other rodents away from them. But these are from Cadence Living Poway Garden, which used to be Sunshine Care. So thank you for that. What else do we have? We have some herbs growing here, some sage. You know our milkweed from the butterfly video. Lots of carrots. I think I might need to take these little bunny protectors off. So let's see what they look like. Oh, look at that. They kind of grew to the shape of the cage. And there we can see the little carrots. Those are called the shoulders. When root vegetables are ready to be picked, you can start seeing their shoulders, they call them. And there's a nice orange one. So we'll probably harvest those soon. Today I harvested a bunch of good kale and some beets that used to be in here. And what else did we harvest? Oh, our sugar snap peas. Let's look at these real quick. These are so cool. So we have our tendrils that help it grow up and climb onto things. Let's see if we can find one. Here's one. You can see how it kind of grabs onto that string and helps pull itself up. That's a really neat way these plants grow. You'll see these flowers, and if the flowers get pollinated, if a bird or bee comes by and pollinates it, that flower will then turn into a pea. Here's one, a pea pod. And you can see that little hat. You could kind of see how this one has it too. See that? And if you hold this up to the sun, I'll go ahead and pick this. You can see what's inside there, right? Do you see the seeds? Those are the peas. So if we let those keep growing and growing, they would dry out and eventually pop open and fall back into the dirt. And next season, next springtime, they would grow back into another pea plant. So pretty cool. Look how tall they're getting. We have our orange trees over here. We have our banana tree. That one looks good. Some more oranges. We planted lots of flower seeds along the fence, so we hope that those start growing soon. Some are. We have our artichoke. Some tomatoes that just pop up all by themselves because the seeds were in the compost, and we put dirt down here, some soil down here. We have chives, we have mint, and we have our apple tree with some of the blossoms that are starting. Oh, that's a bird. And these blossoms will get pollinated and turn into apples too. And you can see the little buds coming out. Aren't they pretty? So that's it. That's what we have going on. More carrots in here, some kale, some garlic that some of you planted. Here's a nice looking carrot. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. Bye.